Hey cricket fans, welcome back to Cricketica. Today, we're shining the spotlight on one of the game's most exceptional talents, Pat Cummins. From his explosive pace to his sharp cricketing mind, Cummins has redefined what it means to be a fast bowler in the modern era. In this video, we'll take a closer look at his incredible journey, his standout performances, and why he's considered one of the best in the world. So, let's dive in and celebrate the brilliance of Pat Cummins. The epic 2023 World Cup final where Australia, under the leadership of Pat Cummins, took on India in their own backyard.
For the sixth time, and in front of 120,000 people.
It's one of the biggest sporting cauldrons in the world. There's 100,000 people more or less in the crowd, expecting to be cheering India as the champions. What's going through your head as you walk onto the pitch?
Shut them all up, basically. If we hear a silence, that's going to be satisfying.
This was a match that cricket fans around the world had been waiting for, a clash between two cricketing giants. But what made this final even more special was how Cummins led Australia to a famous victory on India's home turf.
He'll come back for two, and Australia win the World Cup for the sixth time.
Champions.
In this video, we'll explore the strategic brilliance behind Cummins' captaincy, the plans he crafted, and how those plans came together to secure the World Cup for Australia. Going into the final, Cummins knew he was up against a formidable Indian side that had been dominating throughout the tournament. Playing in India, in front of a home crowd, added another layer of complexity, but Cummins and his team were up for the challenge.
Every half an hour or so, you kind of remember that we just won the World Cup and get excited all over again. So.
From the outset, it was clear that Cummins had a well-thought-out plan to neutralise India's strengths and exploit any weaknesses. One of the first things Cummins focused on was the pitch. The final was held at a venue known for its batting-friendly conditions, but Cummins and his team did their homework. They knew that if they could extract any assistance from the pitch, whether through seam or spin, it would be crucial. Cummins decided to back his fast bowlers to get the early breakthroughs and make inroads into the Indian batting lineup. He emphasized the importance of bowling tight lines and lengths, knowing that early wickets would be key to putting pressure on India. As the match began, Cummins' plan started to unfold. He opened the bowling with a disciplined approach, focusing on maintaining pressure rather than going all out for wickets from the first ball. His field placements were spot on, designed to cut off the boundaries and force the Indian batsmen into taking risks. This strategy paid off when Australia managed to pick up early wickets, disrupting India's rhythm and silencing the crowd. Cummins also knew that India's batting depth could be a problem, so he rotated his bowlers smartly, ensuring that no batsman could settle. He brought in his spinners at the right moments, especially when the ball started gripping the surface. This was a masterstroke. By mixing up the pace and using spin to slow things down, Cummins kept the Indian batsmen guessing. The pressure built up, leading to mistakes, and those mistakes turned into crucial wickets. But Cummins' brilliance wasn't just in his bowling strategies. He also paid close attention to how India's bowlers might attack Australia's batting lineup. Knowing that India would rely heavily on their spinners in the middle overs, Cummins encouraged his batsmen to be proactive against spin, using their feet and playing with intent to disrupt the bowlers' lines. This approach worked wonders, as Australia's middle order managed to keep the scoreboard ticking, never allowing India's spinners to settle into a rhythm. Another key element of Cummins' plan was his calmness under pressure. Even when things got tight, he maintained his composure, making sure his players stayed focused on the task at hand. This calmness spread throughout the team, allowing Australia to execute their plans without getting rattled. Cummins' ability to keep his emotions in check and lead by example was crucial in those final overs when the match was on a knife's edge. Towards the end of India's innings, Cummins brought himself back into the attack at just the right time.
In sport, there's nothing more satisfying than hearing a big crowd go silent, and that's the aim for us tomorrow. Yeah, you've just got to embrace every part of the final.
His own spell was a masterclass in fast bowling, mixing up pace and length to keep the batsman off balance. It was this spell that effectively sealed India's fate, as Cummins picked up key wickets that derailed any hopes of a late surge from the hosts. When it was time for Australia to chase, Cummins continued to steer the ship with a steady hand. He ensured that the batsmen stayed focused, reminding them of the game plan and urging them to stick to it. The top order responded brilliantly, laying a solid foundation that took Australia close to the target. And even when a few wickets fell, Cummins' calmness and strategic thinking helped Australia cross the finish line. In the end, Pat Cummins lifted the World Cup trophy, not just as a captain, but as a leader who had outthought and outplayed one of the strongest teams in world cricket on their home soil. His ability to read the game, make smart decisions under pressure, and inspire his team to execute those plans to perfection was what made the difference in the final.
Yeah, career highlight, captaincy aside, just as a player, playing with these boys, doesn't get any better than that.
Pat Cummins' journey to becoming one of cricket's top fast bowlers is an inspiring story of talent, resilience, and hard work. Born on May 8, 1993, in Westmead, New South Wales, Australia, Cummins grew up in a sports-loving family. From a young age, he showed a natural aptitude for cricket, playing in his backyard and for local teams. Despite his talent, Cummins faced several challenges early in his career, including injuries that threatened to derail his progress.
That's dangerous, that's dangerous. We've seen the batsman do that on a number of occasions running between the wickets.
However, his determination and passion for the game saw him persevere. At just 18 years old, Cummins made his debut for Australia, making an immediate impact with his pace and accuracy. His performance in his debut Test match against South Africa in 2011, where he took 7 wickets, including 6 in the second innings, announced him as a future star. Injuries continued to plague him, forcing him to miss significant periods of cricket, but Cummins never gave up. He worked tirelessly on his fitness and skills, eventually making a strong comeback. Over time, Cummins established himself as one of the world's premier fast bowlers, known for his ability to bowl with pace, control, and intelligence. His journey from a cricket-loving kid in New South Wales to captaining Australia to a World Cup victory is a testament to his resilience, hard work, and love for the game.
Champions, one and all.
That wraps up our deep dive into the incredible journey of Pat Cummins. From his early days in New South Wales to leading Australia to victory on the world stage, Cummins has proven himself as one of cricket's true greats. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your fellow cricket fans. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to Cricketica for more in-depth cricket stories and analysis. Until next time, keep enjoying the game and keep the spirit of cricket alive.